Alright, let's get weird with your leftovers. Ever left pizza out overnight and wondered, how fast does this go from delicious to science experiment? That's not just gross, it's math in action. Today I'm diving into the secret life of microbes and how, yep, that calculus thing, explains food spoilage. Here's the deal. Microbes like bacteria multiply fast. They don't just add up, they multiply exponentially. If you start with n-no bacteria, the number at time t is n-neat n-rho asterisk is circumflex, kt, where k is a constant that tells us how speedy these little guys are. Now, where does differentiation come in? Well, let's say you want to know the at which the bacteria population grows, the how fast part. Differentiation gives you exactly that, dndt ke circumflex, kt, or just k asterisk nt. So, if the conditions are right, like your pizza slice sitting in a warm dorm room, this rate blows up fast. A small k, you've got time, but a big K, yeah, maybe skip that midnight bite. Here's a challenge. Next time you open your fridge, think about what's happening at the microscopic level. If you know how old that food is, and maybe the conditions, like temperature, you could plug it into the formula and estimate how many microbes are hanging out on your snack. That's differentiation, taking a snapshot of how fast things change, whether it's bacteria on pizza or your own caffeine levels during finals. So next time your roommate asks why you're tossing out that yogurt, just say, I did the math. Stay curious, stay safe, and remember, math is literally everywhere, even in your fridge.
Okay, so now you know your leftovers are basically a racetrack for microbes. But don't panic, let's put that math to work and actually outsmart the bacteria. First up, temperature. Remember that K constant from before? Cold slows down the growth rate. Think of it like hitting the brakes on a runaway train. So always get your food into the fridge within 2 hours. Bonus fact, below 40 degrees Fahrenheit, or 4 degrees Celsius for my metric friends, most bacteria just can't keep up. Next, airtight containers. Oxygen is like a VIP pass for some spoilage microbes. Seal your food up tight to keep those party crashers out. Pro tip, glass containers work best because they don't hold on to smells or stains. Science for your senses. Ever wonder why leftovers don't last as long as fresh food? Cutting, cooking, and handling food gives bacteria more places to land. So store cooked and raw foods separately, and always use clean utensils. That's just good microbe management. Here's a fun one. Some foods have natural defenses. Honey basically never spoils because it's low in water and high in sugar. Bad news for bacteria. Garlic and onions? They've got compounds that slow microbe growth too, nature's tiny defense squad. And for the math nerds, knowing how fast bacteria multiply means you can estimate safe storage times. If that chicken's been in the fridge for 4 days, and you know the conditions, you can actually do the math to see if it's time to say goodbye. Finally, trust your senses. Smell, look, and when in doubt, throw it out. Microbes don't take days off, but with a little science, you can keep your food and yourself safe. Stay curious, stay safe, and remember, a little math goes a long way in the kitchen.